Draft Mechanic is a proud member of Punchboard Media. Pull up a chair at punchboardmedia.com. Hey everybody, welcome to this tiny little episode of Draft Mechanic. As always, I am Jake.
And I'm Danielle.
And Draft Mechanic is the podcast about board games and craft beer and anything we can do to tie the two together. We don't have a like for this one. This is a little, just kind of like a little interstitial episode. We just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on where we are with the podcast. Obviously, we put out spoiler episode Omega 2 weeks ago, which was our wrap-up of Time Stories, all entirety of The White Cycle and Madame as well. And that was kind of fun. And I know that a lot of people have probably jumped off the Time Stories train. So if you do want to listen to that, do be aware it is completely, fully packed of spoilers. If you want to get our full thoughts on how Madame and The White Cycle goes, if you missed that earlier in the year, you can definitely check that one out as well.
It's called a spoiler episode. Of course it's got spoilers in it.
I feel like I need to put as many different, warning klaxons around that thing as I can. Because, spoilers. People are just like, oh man, you can't believe you spoiled the Titanic sinking, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, what?
You know it.
I know it.
But yeah, we just wanted to pop in and let you know that we are kind of going to take a winter break of sorts. We are still going to put out some content occasionally here and there. We have next weekend, we will have some live episode stuff from PAX Unplugged. And we're thinking about putting together kind of like a little fun non-board gaming related episode for later in December as well. So you will still see some updates on your feed, but it won't be the standard episodes that you are used to.
Yeah, we'll be coming back early in January, back on our regular schedule. Mm-hmm. We're just hoping to get a little re-energized, and because we both have the same household, everything that we have going on sort of interrupts the podcast for the holidays. So we just wanted to take a little bit of time, get re-jazzed up, and get through the holidays. Yeah,
I'd much rather do something different or take a step back than put out something that's not a great episode, and that's kind of how we've been feeling the last few episodes here. We've been able to put out some good ones. I really liked our Fantastic Factories episode that we just did, and spoiler episode Omega is something that I've kind of had in my back pocket for a while because we wanted to put it out. But we want to make sure we're playing the games and really having a chance to talk about them, and we will be back in that first week of January with our 2019 in review year-end wrap-up. And yeah, so that's kind of where we are right now.
We're also going to have our PAX episodes.
Oh, so. Yeah. So, like I was about to say, we are going to be at PAX Unplugged this weekend. So if you are headed up to Philly, I will be doing some demoing for Board and Dice. I'll be doing Escape Tales, which I'm super excited about if you did not already understand that. So if you swing by the Board and Dice booth, I think I'll kind of be there early Friday, Saturday. And then both Danielle and I will be around as well. So if you see any Draft Mechanic t-shirts or just hear one of us speaking and like, hey, I think I know that voice, then, come say hi. We'd love to have some people come say hi, and maybe we'll be able to get a game in here and there.
I assume we'll also be wearing badges with our names on them. That's generally how this type of thing works.
This is actually kind of weird. The PAX badges don't have any names on them at all.
Oh.
Yeah, so like when I had my press badge last year at PAX Unplugged, we were walking up to people, and I'd like look at their badges. We'd all have this moment where we all look at each other's badges, and we're just like, oh, it just says PAX. Hi, Mr. or Mrs. Pax. Nice to meet you. So that is kind of funny. But yeah, if you recognize our voices, say hi or just be like, what's up? Are you that podcasters? And we'll be like, maybe. I'm also going to have a whole bunch of pins on. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to display all of my pins. I don't know if anybody looked at the Draft Mechanic Instagram, but I posted a picture of all of my pins earlier today because I was doing some reorganization. There's a lot of pins. I had to get a second pin case.
But then we bought more pins today.
We did buy more. Oh, I forgot we got more pins today.
So, anyway, off track.
Yeah. I guess also if you're going to PAX Unplugged and you want to get one of those Draft Mechanic pins, I will have them, and I will have a bunch of them on me, and you can get them from us directly. Yay!
Yay.
So yeah, hit us up on the internet. Draftmechanic.net is still your one-stop shop for all your podcasting, board gaming, Draft Mechanic, beering needs, and at Draft Mechanic on your favorite social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And if you are trying to get a hold of us at PAX Unplugged, the Slack is probably the easiest way to do that.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So until then, we will see you, and if we see you in Philly, we'll see you sooner. Oh, and just for fun, so this episode has a little bit more excitement to it, I'm just going to put the entirety of our theme song, Superpower of Choice by the band Liberation Jumpsuit, at the end of it. So good night, everybody.
Night.
stricken.